Hello and welcome to Camel Finance. I'm your boy Camel, and for those interested in the trading side of this channel, whilst I am currently trading, I will put a roughly 5-minute summary of the charts that I'm trading and the positions I have at the end of every video until I'm flat again. So as a swing trader, I mostly sit in cash waiting for a trade setup to come along. Then I take the trade, ride it for days to weeks, maybe months, and then I go back to being flat cash again. So whilst I'm currently in positions, I will put a 5-minute summary for those people that are interested in that stuff at the end of every video. So if you want to see that, make sure you're subscribed, and you can see how I deal with the next couple of weeks, or maybe longer, or maybe less, days to months as a swing trader. And just a disclaimer: please don't copy me. If you know how to trade, then you know how to trade, and if not, just try to learn something maybe, but don't copy me, because this is not intended as a copy trade service. You do you, okay? So I said yesterday that I probably wouldn't mention Luna or Terra again unless something really valuable came up. I also said yesterday I'm a bit sick of seeing it, and I'm sure other people are by now as well. But I found this. This was sent to me by a friend this morning, and I thought it was worthy of covering. The Terra operators bailed out the crypto whales. So without going into too much detail, you can come and check this if you want to. But essentially, they gave all the whales the opportunity to get out close to 100 cents on the dollar. At the expense of retail. So that's not very nice. It says massive class action / criminal proceedings possible with this. But I've been in the markets long enough to know that I'll eat my hat if anyone goes to jail over this, and I'll eat my hat if retail gets compensated. I do mean that, like I'll do a live stream of me eating a hat, because there's no chance that anyone goes to jail for this, because the system is so corrupt. That's just how things work. Anyway, don't hold me to that. I don't want to eat a hat, but I'm, figuratively speaking, there's no chance. The Luna Foundation Guard reserves dwindled just to 313 Bitcoin from 80k after the UST crash. So the reason I'm showing you this is because this is actually the silver lining for Bitcoin holders. Luna had over 80,000 Bitcoin, and they've sold 80,000 of them, and they only have 313 left. So this is really significant, because the prices for Bitcoin is currently back to pre-nonsense, pre-Luna levels. So 80,000 Bitcoin could only push the price down here, and the price has already recovered. So unfortunately, what we've seen here is a lot of people get wrecked. But remember, for every sell, someone has to buy it. Okay, for every buy there's a sell, and for every sell there's a buy. So whilst all this 80,000 Bitcoin was getting sold down here, someone was hoovering it back up. Someone was. And it's like the institutions, okay? Institutions and banks, they're not scared to buy Bitcoin down here. In fact, they're highly motivated to buy Bitcoin down here. There's more than one example of this, but just to show you that the banking giants Goldman Sachs and Barclays from the UK have joined a 70 million Series A funding round for institutional crypto trading platform, founded by a billionaire hedge fund manager, Alan Howard. We've also got, joining this round was a crypto-friendly German bank, and Galaxy Digital, Dawn Capital. Institutions are buying. Institutions do not care, okay? They just don't care about the short-term volatility. They are accumulating Bitcoin, and they will continue to accumulate Bitcoin. So just be aware, if you're selling down here, somebody has to buy it off you down at these prices, and that is why we've had this spring back. So it doesn't mean we can't move lower. No, it doesn't. Everything is on the table. Maybe we chop around for a bit. I've said before, maybe we get one of these fractals. Maybe we get one of these sort of 60-day consolidation cycles, something like this, and then we go. Or maybe we just crack this trend line in a minute and then move up into my purple box, as I've long thought we ought to. But we'll see. Everything's on the table. But just remember, with a long-term view, the trend is not just up, but logarithmically and exponentially up. At the same time as institutions are buying crypto, large players continue to accumulate. People like David Marcus, who formerly ran payments and crypto at Messenger and Meta and led PayPal, are telling you that they want to share that they are starting a new company called Lightspark to explore, build, and extend the capabilities and utility of Bitcoin. As the first step, they are actively assembling a team to dive deeper into the Lightning Network. So when you've got institutions accumulating, big players accumulating, and people like David Marcus, who have led PayPal, focusing on getting the payments portion of the Bitcoin protocol built out, the layer 2 solution, Lightning Network, to enable instant or near instant for free or nearly free Bitcoin payments, then you know that long-term resolve is going to be to the upside for Bitcoin. At the same time, absolutely massive news from Nayib Bukele, who is the president of El Salvador. It says tomorrow, 32 central banks and 12 financial authorities, 44 countries, will meet in El Salvador to discuss financial inclusion, digital economy, banking the unbanked, the Bitcoin rollout and its benefits in our country. So El Salvador, of course, a pioneer in the space for adopting the Bitcoin standard. And it goes on to list all of these central banks, all of these big, huge players, enormous money that is coming to listen to how the Bitcoin standard and it being adopted in El Salvador has benefited El Salvador. Okay? So make no mistake about it, these prices represent, in my opinion, a very, very, very good opportunity with a long-term view. Okay, so let's move to the trade portion for me. So I have a long position now, so we'll put that on record. The stop is just below the swing low, so if we take this out, then I'll look at flipping short, and I know that my first overhead resistance is up here. So hopefully we can crack this, crack the next one, and you'll get to see how I deal with this in real time. So stay tuned if you want to see that. But for now, we are long, knowing that if we get up to this line, it's probably going to act as overhead resistance, so we need to be paying a lot of attention. Failure to get up to this line would for me represent weakness. Okay, so that's my S&P position. The futures are currently up over 1%, so that's 43 points. So hopefully we can open somewhere up here today, and we shall see how this move plays out. The other chart that I want to show you is we are also currently long with a partial position, knowing that we could get a retest of this trend line before we move higher. So I have some silver exposure and I'm long silver looking for the overhead resistance, but if we get a back test of this line, which silver likes to do, it does like to break out and then retest. Okay, break out and then retest before it goes. This gone double retested. So knowing that, I have a partial position here and we'll get to full exposure if we dip down and retest this line, but just on the off chance, or just in case this just decides to break straight out, I have a reasonable position for silver already. So that concludes the trade portion of the video. I will continue to update every day until I'm either stopped out or take profit, and then once eventually I end up back to flat with no positions, I will go back to the standard, I don't know, weekly or bi-weekly technical analysis for the channel. So I hope you like that. If you found value here today, please consider subscribing. Please follow me on Twitter as well. The Twitter account is lagging behind the YouTube subscribe account, so I'd appreciate if you could follow us in both places. And I hope you enjoy your day. Have a wonderful day. Until next time, I'm your boy Camel. Take care. Bye.